Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus, and I'm bringing you a very special video. Before I get right into this video, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed so every single time I get a video out, you get that content first, and you can watch it, comment, and respond. But without any further ado, we're getting right into the action. This week, the real world has affected the sports world in so many different ways. With the tragic passing of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota this past couple of weeks, you're looking at the United States and other countries pouring out their love, their respect for not only the African American community, but people of color. When you look at just what's going on as far as police brutality, when you look at what is going on around the world in how things are not equal for people of color, and you're looking at how different races are firing back when they're protesting, things like looting, when the voices of the voiceless are no longer not being fine with not being heard, and you're seeing several different reactions. This week we had a couple of different things in the NFL go off as far as coaches in the NFL speaking of there not being racism in the NFL. I believe Vic Banjo. You're looking at Drew Brees with his comments about the flag, and it just brings it full circle. When you see the former University of Georgia Bulldog quarterback Jake Fromm with his racist text messages that he had an acquaintance post up on social media for people to see who he truly is. It just goes, it's a lot. It's a lot of emotional things. It's a lot of different topics, but we're going to get through it on this video. Before going any further, I would like to take a moment of silence to pay homage and respect to George Floyd. If you will, just bow your heads with me. Again, it'll never bring that young man back, George Floyd. May he rest in peace. May his family get justice against the police department and anybody involved with his killing. This week, hearing Drew Brees' sentiments about the American flag and just what it means to him, and hearing about his grandfathers, I think that he got a reality check this week when so many black athletes, especially his own teammates, that spoke out and let him know, look, this has never been about the disrespect of the United States flag. Colin Kaepernick kneeling was not about any type of disrespect to any country or flag. Colin's kneeling was for the plight of not only black men, but black women, people of color who don't have the money to fight social injustice, who are possibly in poverty, who are possibly dealing with the worst type of situations and having to deal with it as normal behavior day to day. Police brutality in the inner cities, in the outer cities. If you're not a black man or a black woman, you may not see the things that go on. That's why this week, so many people like LeBron James, Chris Paul, his own teammate, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, when you're looking at so many different people from so many different wide ranges of color, reached out and let Drew Brees know, hey, look, you're wrong on this one. And him apologizing is one thing, but it does not change the fact that I believe that that's who Drew Brees is. When you see situations like this, and when you have a large outpouring of support for peaceful protests, for social injustice for people of color, and you see so many people saying only all lives matter, when black lives are the ones that are affected the most by killing of cops, when black lives are the ones that are discriminated against the most as far as jobs, when black lives are the ones that are beaten on camera, killed on camera, and there seems to be no prosecution of these police officers. It's very tough to watch and hear. When Drew Brees says he's sorry and things like that, it's hard to believe. When he's friends with the President of the United States, who is a known racist, who refers to different people in different terminology of terrorists, and he disrespects women, he disrespects Muslims, he disrespects Mexicans, he disrespects all different races of people. When you're looking just at what Drew Brees said, he spoke about how he had a lot of pride about how his great-grandparents or great-grandfather, if you will. And these people served in the military and how he was proud of those things. Well, there's other African-American people who went and fought in those same wars and were promised freedom. And when they came back, they didn't get that freedom. They had to come back and be slaves. They had to come back and drink from the black-only fountains or the colored-only fountains. It hurts. As a black man who's been racially profiled before, I feel that pain of so many others by the hands of police, by just the insensitive remarks that Drew Brees made. Even though he apologized, I get it. But are you apologizing because that's truly how you feel, or are you apologizing because there's an uproar against you? Jake Fromm, there's no excuse for how you behaved through text messages. When he spoke of how you should raise the prices on guns so the white elite can be the ones that afford them. That's very, on those grounds and terms, that's very racist. To consider someone's skin color, to say that, oh, I'm above you or I'm better than you, that's racist. And you have to ask yourself, as the young lady exposed the text message, he began to call and text, and his friends began to call and text the young lady to say, hey, take that down because he's about to get in trouble. Well, he should get in trouble. This country is on a emotional high, if you will, because people are tired of dying. People are tired of their brothers, sisters, mothers, cousins, aunts, uncles dying for nothing. To be a free country, but yet have a double standard on how we're treated by the police department, have a double standard on how we're treated in general because of simply the color of our skin. At the end of the day, there was a man in Minneapolis named George Floyd who, like so many others by the police departments around the country, have been brutalized, and he actually lost his life with a boot on his neck. All I ask of you, whoever's watching this video, is to understand a lot of why black people protest, a lot of why these white people are helping us protest, a lot of why these other colors and races are getting involved and starting to see things for what it is, and why Colin Kaepernick knelt during the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. Those are the reasons why. When we can't get justice, when it's caught on camera and the jury throws it out, when there's no guns involved, no weapons involved, but yet the police officers need to shoot 30, 40 times. It hurts. And Colin Kaepernick this week got an apology from Roger Goodell in the NFL saying Colin was right. But yet we won't see Colin probably in the NFL ever again. Sad. My personal take, I feel like there's good in every single race. Every single race deserves a chance to show that they have some amazing people. White people have amazing people, black people, Indians, different Filipino, different races from across the globe are amazing people. We all could be in the same world and still live and all make money and all survive and all be tremendous people and be kind to each other. There's nothing saying we have to put each other down by the color of our skin or because a certain person doesn't make enough money or whatever the case is. It's 2020. Racism is not anywhere to hide at this point. So I want to challenge each and every person watching this video right now. If indeed you feel like you've been racist in the past, there is time to change. This is one of those rare occasions where real life hits sports, and it's an impact by some of the biggest stars speaking out. I want to thank a lot of those stars, and you have regular players as well that have come out and made speeches, Instagram posts, voiced their opinion on video chats, made videos about this. Thank you. All across this world, thank you. No matter your color, thank you. So we have to do better. We have to. And at the end of the day, regardless of whatever goes on, I forgive whoever's been racist. To live that kind of lifestyle, you have to be some kind of messed up person. You probably have bigger fish to fry, bigger things to worry about, and bigger issues to deal with. But I forgive you, even if you don't mean you're sorry. So moving forward, I challenge you all to be better people, to be kinder, to be not racist at all, to love one another, to go back to treating people like they're human. Everyone equal, no matter skin color, no matter money in their pocket, no matter bank account, no matter asset. Treat people like people. Let me know what you guys think. I know this is a different kind of video than you're normally seeing me in as far as my passion for speaking of this, but I'm a black man who's been hurt by all the losses of the lives that I see on television in my own city, Atlanta, Georgia. But leave your comments in the comment section. Also, don't forget, be active on social media. If you want to support all that's going on now, feel free to check in your city to see what further you can do, whether it's signing petitions, whether it's marching, whether it's donating to an organization that you feel is doing a great job to help social injustice in the African American community and all different communities. Feel free to definitely search those. I want to applaud so many different athletes like LeBron James and such. So many different people that stepped up this week. Thank y'all for being voices in a time of social injustice. And again, to the George Floyd family, I wish you well. I know that sucks losing somebody. It's painful. We're going to continue fighting until we get justice. That means all the police officers prosecuted. Every single person involved. Well, I want to see justice happen each and every time, not just one time, each and every time. Because we are American citizens. We deserve that much. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you share this video in your YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. And also, don't forget, Sports Choice Plus is bringing you all the hottest information as far as news, updates, notes from the sports day-to-day operations. So feel free, definitely check us out next week. And I hope everybody's staying safe due to COVID-19. And they're wearing their mask and they're taking their safety precautions. And we'll see you soon.